Let's continue to explore this concept of projects existing in an ecosystem, and as you can see, it's starting to look a little bit more complex because we're now added in another critical element in project management worlds and sponsor worlds, which is related projects. So related projects are projects that have some relationship to the project, and the typical way that people identify that is, for example, here, project B is interdependent with project A. So if I'm the project manager in project A, me and the project manager of project B, we're going to have to do a lot of work because we're feeding each other and got a two-way relationship. Project C is dependent on my project A succeeding, so you've got that type of relationship. And then project D is a prerequisite to my project. So I have to wait for project D to do something before I can do something. So that's the most common way people analyze the relationship between projects and related projects. But we've found an additional and a very powerful way of understanding how projects relate to each other is not by the direction, but by the type of relationship or the nature of the relationship. And there are basically six different types. Okay, so project B and project A may be sharing data, or project C and project A may be setting a function. So we're building a function or a process that project C is going to need. You can have a technology relationship where project D has got to acquire some technology for us, which is why it's a prerequisite. And until they've acquired that technology, we can't use it. You can have projects related by policy or legal. So you're going to need a external organization to come up with the policy that you've got to comply to. The most problematical relationship between projects is shared people. So project D and project A share a resource. And again, lots of PMs and sponsors have run into the issue there that if project D delays, then that delays them being able to free up that shared person to project A. So the people relationship is very important to identify. And last and equally as important is what we call organizational impact. So my project, project A, and project D and C are all going live into the same client group, or all going live into the same business unit in their organization. And there's a risk that those folks will get overloaded by all the changes the three projects are producing, so that might cause a sequencing issue. So simply, again, it's critical in that sponsor brief for the PM and sponsor to understand this ecosystem. And you're going to need, as a project manager, the sponsor to spend a lot of time helping you understand and deal with all these complex relationships. And that, by the way, is one of the key roles of a sponsor.